Hi everybody and welcome to my setup video of the Biorb 45 aquarium. So the first thing to think about when you're going to set up your Biorb is where you put it. I'm lucky because I live in a house the size of a postage stamp. If you look, this is my desk. That's my kitchen. And that's my bed. And that's pretty much the entire flat. So I'm lucky because I'm close to a power supply and a water supply pretty much wherever I am. So I don't really have to bother about choosing it that carefully. If you live in a normal house though, it's really important to keep it either close to the bathroom or the kitchen so that you've got a water supply handy. Otherwise it's going to really annoy you after about a week of doing water changes when you can't get your water there without killing your back. So just bear in mind where you put it. You also want it to be out of direct sunlight. If you look, my window is quite far away, it's over there, so it's not in direct sunlight where it is on my desk. You should also bear in mind that you need to keep your tank away from as many vibrations as possible, so keep it away from like stereos or noise and from kind of electrical equipment that's going to cause a lot, like blenders or mixers and things like that. So the first thing to do once you've got your Biorb in the place where you want it is to rinse the thing out. So make sure that you get all the dust from production out of the Biorb, especially from the inside, and make sure you give the outside a clean too. So the next thing we're going to do here is deal with the bubble tube and the filter system. I recommend doing this before you rinse out your gravel so that your gravel can go straight in once you've rinsed it. Okay, so here's the Biorb Surface Kit, which is basically your chemical and your mechanical filtration, if you can see that. It's made up of a sponge on top. Let's just show you that. If you see that comes out, that's your sponge part of it. And then in here you've got active charcoal, and I'm not entirely sure what the other thing is, but that's for your chemical filtration. So the active charcoal will suck out all the bad bacteria, well, the bad chemicals in your water. It'll leave the bacteria there. Your bacteria lives in this sponge. This is why it's probably not a good idea to change your Biorb filter that often. I know Biorb recommend that you change it every month, but sometimes that's not actually the best thing to do. The best thing to do is take this out and rinse it and replace the active charcoal in here, which you can buy a lot cheaper from pet stores. That's a cheaper way of changing your Biorb filter. Okay, so just put that back in there. Okay, so that is your Biorb service kit. That's exactly what you get every time you buy a service kit. The next thing we're going to look at here is, of course, the bubble tube. It's pretty long in the Biorb Life, so it has to be because they're such tall tanks. Again, you can buy a bubble tube cleaner on these, but I have recently discovered that on Amazon you can actually buy a whole new bubble tube for about £3, which, to be honest, seems a lot better than actually keep cleaning your old one. You can buy ones that fit pretty easily, so yeah, you might as well do that. You can buy them actually, the actual Biorb ones, from the Biorb website for less than a fiver, so, and that's with postage and packaging. So I'd advise you not to get the bubble tube cleaner and actually just to buy a new bubble tube when it's really dirty. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how the filter system fits onto your Biorb tube. So all you do is you put it in and you just turn the bubble tube onto the filter like that, and you hear it click. So just do that again so you can see properly. So you just turn it and it'll click like that. Okay, so now I'm going to fit the bubble tube and the filter into the filter holder, which you can see there. The white stick in the middle, if you're interested, is the air stone, which creates all the bubbles that flow up. If you start to get reduced bubbles in your Biorb, it's because your air stone is blocked with algae. So all you need to do is buy a replacement pack, and they come in packs of 3, and I think they're about £4 as well, so they're not very expensive. So all you do is you drop this on top so that the air stone goes in the middle, and it just clicks in place. And if you pull it up gently, you'll see that that is clicked in, and that's how you know it's fitted properly. Okay, so with the Biorb 45, you get 2 packs of this stuff, which is the Biorb ceramic media. And this is really important because this stuff has a higher surface area than anything else in the market as a substrate. So it's a really good idea to have this in your filter system because all your bacteria and everything will live on the surface. And because it's such a big area, it really does well. It helps the filtration, and you'll find a lot of people who have trouble with their tanks actually have removed the ceramic media. So it's really, really important to keep this in your tank. Okay, so biggest piece of advice I can give you on setting up a Biorb is before this stuff goes anywhere near the inside of your tank, you need to wash it properly. because otherwise you'll be doing water changes to get rid of cloudy water for about 6 weeks. So you really, really do need to wash this thoroughly. It's also a really good idea to remove any pieces that are smaller than the size of a pea, because they will block up your filter system and cause some really bad problems, and you really don't want that in a new tank. So if possible, you need to wash it and remove any pieces smaller than the size of a pea. So now I'm going to show you my method of rinsing the ceramic media. Everybody has their own method, and it doesn't really matter how you do it, so this is just how I do it. And I do apologise because this is going to be noisy. So that's about 1/4 of a bag there that's gone in. Okay, so now I'm going to add the ceramic media to my tank. As you can see, this is a piece up close. It looks a bit like moon rock. It's really rough, so it might scratch the inside of your tank, but it's on the gravel anyway, so you won't actually see the scratches if it does scratch. So that's that. That's all the ceramic media in the bottom of my Biorb 45 Life. And as you can see, it's got good coverage, but you probably will need some of those feng shui pebbles just to make it look properly filled. There you go. And this is all the pea-sized bits, or pea-size and smaller, that I won't be putting in, because I think you don't really need it anyway. You've got enough in there without the pea-sized gravel. So now it's time to start filling up your aquarium. I advise you actually fill it to 1/4 full before you decorate. So all you do is just pour water in. Now this process is going to take a long time because I'm doing it a pint at a time. So I'm going to switch you off and switch you back on when I'm 1/4 full.